Hello friends, we'll come now to the very simple one yet more mark fetching question in your grammar, that is note making. You have gone through these exercises in your classes, very simple one, yet I'm just brushing through this because I know you people are enthusiastic to write your papers, and I don't think so you will be eager to lose even a single mark here. This is a very simple exercise. All that you have to do is read the comprehension, the passage, the given passage very carefully, and then write down the answer correctly. So this exercise of note making goes along with note taking. Note taking and note making, they are one pair of exercises, wherein note taking was regarding how to listen to your teacher, how to listen to the speaker, understand what the speaker is writing, keep it in memory, and then write down. That was something called note taking. So most of you have been doing it in your classes. When you copy down the running notes of your teachers, you just do it and you write out in your own style. The note making, it helps you to write down the whole bit in the form of notes like this. If there's a big passage in which many of the things might not be very important, so you will have to write down in the form of notes. See, note making is one very important aspect for you, because the next courses that you do, you'll be more into professional courses. You need to refer a lot of books, and these reference books have their own explanation. The whole of the explanation might not be very important for you. You will have to take down only a bit of it. So you have to habituate yourself. You have to bring out the habit and write down the important points in the form of notes. So the one that we have written here is something like a flow chart. Okay, it's a flow chart, come a tree diagram that I have mixed and I have written. Other kind of writing notes is the linear pattern that we usually follow. We just write down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one after the other we just write down the notes. And this is the linear way or the linear pattern of writing notes. This one here, for your examination, you have a note making question this way. Your question paper also will have the paragraph and then the chart given to you like this. All you have to do is read this and then write down the numbers very carefully. If it is given 1, 2, 3, 4, you write the proper question number. Say for example, in your question paper, this might be question number 32. Okay, you'll have to write down question number 32 and then write down A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then you write down till whatever number is given here. Write the correct answer against the correct number. So I'll just help you out with this exercise. At first we'll have to read the paragraph. I'll quickly read it for you. Women's empowerment is the art of giving power or authority to women. It involves women's organization which aims to increase their self-reliance, encourages them to make choice and to control resources. Women experience subordination or powerlessness in multiple domains, areas, fields. These include the home, the workplace, and all other public places. The strategies for empowerment of women can be classified as legal, social, and economic. Empowering means to give more and more power, confidence to women. Okay, this is the passage. Looking at the passage, see in your question paper, if you don't understand this, you can go for a second reading. And then don't try to mark any of the points, don't try to underline anything, because that is highly unnecessary. The question might be different from what you think. Okay, this is the question and this is the diagram that is given to you. You have to just write down A, B, C, D till H and then write the answer. Women's empowerment means the art of giving power or dash. It is here itself, or the art of giving authority. So the first box has to be filled with this word authority. The next one, it involves women's organization which aims to increase women's dash. The question is here itself. It aims to increase their self-reliance. So I'll have to write down here. I'll have to write down self-reliance. Self-reliance. It encourages women to. So we'll have to go one by one. Don't just jump off to the other block. So you'll have to see where how the alphabets are just moving, in which order, okay. They might be sometimes placed as A, B, C, D and all those order. So you have to just check what you have to write with and be very careful when you are putting your answers. So the women's organization increases women's self-reliance. It encourages women to make choice and control resources. Control resources is already given to us. So we have to write down here, make choices. Make choices and control resources. Now we shall move on to the next part of it. Domains of subordination, where all women feel that they become subordinated or powerless in multiple domains. What are those domains? These include, the domains include home, workplace and all other public places. Workplace is given here. So I shall write home, workplace and other public places. I'll just write public places. Even if you write other public places also, it is correct. So other public places. Now what are the strategies of empowerment? The strategies of empowerment of women can be classified as legal, social and economic. So I'll have to just fill in these three boxes with legal, social and economic empowerment. So that completes my note making. Remember, you are not told to write down the chart. If at all you still have time and you have nothing else to write, then you can manage to write the chart. Otherwise, take my words, you don't have to write the chart at all. All you have to do is just write down the question number, write down the alphabets in an order, the order that you'll have to choose properly, correctly, and then write the answers against them. If you do this much, I think that will be sufficient, okay. We'll now work on another exercise on note making. So this is one exercise. You'll have another exercise from one of your previous question papers and we'll be working on it. Okay, we have another example for note making. This paragraph I've written about Rajasthan boasting about its Patangbazi or the kite flying event, okay. Let us quickly read this. Rajasthan boasts of its colorful culture, cheerful people and their extraordinary passion for kite flying or Patangbazi, a special cultural sport and a pastime of the region. The kite flying is celebrated to herald the coming of the spring. It is also a leisure sport and a passion among the foreign tourists too. The people of Rajasthan enjoy the rich tradition of kite flying. It's a very simple one, but we'll have to move on to this one. This also doesn't seem more complicated. Remember, as I had told you, we'll have to just write down the main question number and then write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one below the other. Please do not try to squeeze in your answer. Don't show any kind of kanjusi. Don't write them one next to the other. Take as much space as possible. Write all the answers one below the other. Let it be in a vertical manner, not in a horizontal manner. Just write down the answers one below the other and write down. Rajasthan boasts of dash, dash and dash. What does it boast of? We have here of colorful culture, cheerful people and passion for kite flying. So I'll have to write down all the three here. First one, I'll talk about the colorful. It talks about its colorful culture. Then it talks about its cheerful people. Then about its passion for kite flying, or let us just write down about kite flying. Okay, it talks about kite flying. Patangbazi is dash and dash. Patangbazi, a special cultural sport and a pastime. Okay, so it should be written as special cultural sport and a pastime of the region and pastime of the region. Kite flying is celebrated to herald the coming of spring, herald coming of spring. And to foreign tourists, kite flying is dash and dash. For them, it is a leisure sport and a passion. So these two you have to write down here. It is a leisure sport and a passion for the foreign travelers, foreign tourists. Okay, this is very simple, but I remember, as I told you, you don't have to write down all the chart, or you don't have to write down the flow chart. All you have to do is just write down the numbers one below the other, because you have lot of space, you have lot of sheet that will be given to you. Write one below the other and then write down the answers. Okay, this one was the second example on note making, and I think note making is very easily understood to you. So again, along with other simple things, a 4 mark from here. Remember, for every box that is filled, for every answer that is written, you will be eligibly getting half a mark. So the whole of this, when you write down all the 8 answers correctly, it will be a 4 mark bonanza for you. So you would have got 4 marks here. Okay, this is about note making. So we shall in the next session meet and then talk about some other grammar points. Okay.